What's up? This is Undead Rat giving you a legendary walkthrough guide for the mission The Pillar of Autumn. To start off this mission, we're going to do the classic wacky strat of just sprinting right off the cliff and immediately assassinating the elite down there, because going down the way the game wants you to take is annoying. Once we assassinate the elite, we're going to go ahead, we're going to kill all the grunts we see, pick up a plasma pistol, keep killing them, and then throw our grenades at these shackles. Hopefully you kill them. Or you can just be like me, and for some reason my grenades just hit like wet noodles and never work at all. The moment you're done with these jackals or they run away, you're gonna immediately get your attention to these couple grunts and the elite that's to our right here. The elite is pretty much a big deal. It's the reason why we don't take the actual route the game wants us to. It's, I promise you, safer jumping off the cliff and just assassinating the elite at the bottom immediately. Otherwise, this guy will screw you up. So as he's approaching us here, we're going to do a little cheeky noob combo there, headshot him, and then we're going to clean up the rest of the grunts and the jackals in this section. Don't worry if you run out of ammo for your pistol, you can just grab a needler or a plasma pistol and just take out the rest of these adds. They're not really that much of a big deal here, especially because in that little building up ahead, there is a bunch of DMR and rocket launcher ammo. We're going to clean up the rest of the enemies in this section here. We're going to kill this jackal up here, stick a nice little grenade up there and kill him for once, because grenades, for some reason, that one didn't hit like a wet noodle. We're going to run over here. We're going to finish off the last couple grunts over here. And then that should be it. We'll assassinate this guy, break his neck cartel style, and then we're going to run into the room here, and we're going to grab a DMR and a rocket launcher. To note here, you don't need the rocket launcher. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. If anything, I would recommend you not grabbing the rocket launcher, even for insurance purposes. I feel like it's way better to have a needler or a plasma pistol in this next section. But who am I to tell you how to play the game? Actually, I am going to tell you how to play the game. That's why you clicked on this video in the first place, for a walkthrough. But the rocket launcher is definitely not needed for not this next section, but the next section after this section. So anyway, for this section here, the game is going to tell you just to keep going, don't stop. And you can do that, but here I choose to stop every time a drop pod drops in front of me to drop off grunts, and we're just going to kill all the grunts to make sure I actually get through this unscathed, because I am doing the Iron Skull on, and I never really feel like redoing this multiple times over and over again. So I take the safest route, and that's what the tutorial is meant for, the safest route. As you can clearly see here, we're speeding it up because you get the idea here. We're just going to kill all the grunts that come out of the drop pods here. We're going to stop at this tunnel for a second to make sure a phantom flies all the way by us, and then we're going to continue on. This next section here is where I told you don't really need the rocket launcher, and it's true, you really don't need the rocket launcher here. You really only want to use it in emergencies if you did take it. We're going to get that box of DMR ammo here. We're going to kill the two jackals here, and then we're going to do something very specific here. There's going to be a wraith at the very end over here. We're going to simply that rock to our left next to that tree right there. We're going to stand on that rock, and we're not going to go past that rock. That's going to be Pride Rock right there, baby. We're just going to sit right there like the Lion King holding up the baby. Have I seen that movie? Nope, not really. And if I did, I definitely don't remember it. But we're going to do that one Lion King meme, and we're just going to sit on this rock the entire time. And we're just going to take out everything from this rock. You not going past this rock and you not shooting the wraith will actually never make the wraith aggro onto you. So the wraith will just for some reason keep shooting that one building to our right, and he won't ever stop shooting that building to our right until you go past this rock or you shoot the wraith. There's only two options here. So what we're gonna do before we shoot the wraith is we're gonna try to take out every single enemy we can from this rock, because this is just the safest way to do it. This is where if you have the rocket launcher, if you want to, you can choose to shoot your rocket launcher just to try to kill a cluster of enemies, or just do what I'm doing here and just keep using a DMR. There is literally more DMR ammo behind you, and there's more DMR ammo in front of you. Like in that house right there, there's a whole crate of them as well. So don't be threat just to use all your ammo here. There's like a lot more. Once we think we've killed almost all of them here, we're going to headshot the turret guy off the wraith real quick. We're going to try to do it as fast as possible before we get blown up by said wraith. And then, you know, like I said, we have our insurance gun here, aka a rocket launcher, that for some reason doesn't really do anything in this game. I'm not going to lie. Every time I shoot it, it just feels like I'm shooting wet noodles. Rocket launchers in Legendary just feel useless, at least in Halo Reach. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we do Halo 1, 2, and 3. I feel like it'll be the same exact way. So we're going to take out the stragglers that are left behind here. So while now that we have the aggro of the Wraith on us as well, we kind of want to stay inside these buildings here, preferably that building we were just in and this little warehouse here. As long as we're inside these warehouses and that little building, and we don't really go anywhere really near the doors when the Wraith is shooting at us, you are going to be more than safe. You're going to actually be very safe, because for some reason the brutes don't like coming in here as well. Plus you have a mule over there just taking aggro for you. So we're just using the rocket launcher to clean up here, but I'm going to be totally honest, you have more luck and faster ways of killing these guys, i.e. literally just using your DMR. I promise you, for some reason, the rocket launcher really does nothing to a brute. Like, just I'm going to shoot this rocket launcher right next to that dude, and he's just going to take it like a man, and nothing happens. So, like I said, once we're done cleaning up here, we are now going to grab a plasma pistol, or go find a plasma pistol. Once we find a plasma pistol here, we're just gonna keep magnetizing the Wraith. Do not stop magnetizing this Wraith. If you do for even 1 second, you're gonna die to it. We're gonna hop on the Wraith, we're gonna hijack it, we're gonna kill the guy, hijack it, take it, whatever you have to do to it, just get the Wraith. Do you need the Wraith here? No. Is it fun just to take it? Yes, it is. There's gonna be 4 suicide grunts in this section here. We're just gonna kill them with the Wraith, and there's gonna be 3 needle jackals here as well. We're going to kill everything with the Wraith here. Basically, kill all the suicide grunts first, just like this. And then we're going to push up with the Wraith, and we're going to finish off the needle rifle jackals with said Wraith. Unfortunately, you can't bring the Wraith out to the next section, which is very unfortunate. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. Once you take out all the jackals here, we're going to get out. We're going to get all the needle rifle. You know, the best gun in the game. Not all of them. Well, we actually know we are going to take all of them as God intended, because we need all the ammo we can get. And then from here on out, your 2 weapons for the rest of this level are going to be both the DMR and the needle rifle. I recommend using the DMR the most because A, you will get the most ammo out of it, and B, you want the most ammo for the needle rifle at the very end of the game, or the very ending section. So try to preserve your needle rifle ammo as much as possible, but do not fret about using it, because before the final section of the game, there is like 2 or 3 jackals that do drop needle rifle ammo for you, so don't fret if you need to use it. From here, it's just going to be the buggers section, which Halo Reach buggers are very based and cool, because there's this little wacky thing where they don't have any armor on their heads, so you just shoot them once and they sort of explode like confetti. So we're just going to simply take our time. We're going to sit behind this little entrance here of the way we came in, and we're just going to slowly but surely just pop them all one by one. Emil's going to go ahead and take most of the aggro for us, you know, being the total G he is, and we're just going to keep moving forward through this little canyon here. This section's really not hard, especially if you have a controller with aim assist. As you can clearly see, I'm using needle rifle ammo, but that's fine because there is like a whole bunch of jackals after this that all have needle rifles. So I'm going to be honest with you, you can use the needle rifle for this entire part and immediately get full ammo immediately. Even if you come in here with like 0 ammo for this rifle, you will get full ammo for it. But as I said, just slowly make your way through this. Just slowly pop everything you can. At this section here is where we'll start seeing the jackals, so be on the lookout for those guys. Just kill them all as you see them. Just like that. We got a couple more little buggers here. We're going to take them out, try to headshot them, or, you know, super carbine them with 3 shots. Just like that. Boom, bada, bang. Run down here. And then there's going to be... Yep, there's another drone right there. And there's going to be a couple more jackals up ahead. So, and these jackals now have the little shields on their arms to just really make sure you don't miss their head. Because if you do, they're going to start guarding their head. And we don't want that because that just makes it more of a nuisance and more annoying. Every single jackal in this section here has a needle rifle. So just like that, I went from, 24 bullets to 84 immediately. I still have all my DMR ammo. And here's where it gets interesting. You're going to use this rocket launchers for at least 2 elites. You could definitely go and use it on the general here, and we're going to use it on a ranger elite with a concussion rifle. So look up by the frigate over there and try to find the ranger with the concussion rifle and laser him. Once he's out of the picture, we're going to use 2 more shots on the general down here with the fear rod gun here. So there's 1. And then here's the second one. And we're not going to use this last shot. We're actually going to save that last shot. And then from here on out, I'm going to speed up the footage here in a second. And we're just going to slowly pick out everything that's on the ground here that we can see. So slowly but surely, we're just going to pick at every single enemy that's on the ground here that we can. If you want to, we're going to get the last ranger up there. If you want to use your DMR, or like all of your DMR ammo here, do not fret. The building underneath us has a DMR crate, so you don't have to worry about wasting DMR ammo here. Once we kill everyone here, we're going to juggle our guns over down here. So we still have a DMR and a needle rifle and a Spartan laser. And then as we juggle those down here, we're just going to sit in this little hut here, slowly taking out everything else. So you definitely want to try to push up as much as possible, because we'll also force your friendly AI here to also push up. You know, the AI that literally can't die, Emil. So we're going to try to make him push up as much as possible here. Now, unfortunately, I was not able to get a plasma pistol from any of the other like grunts or jackals that were around here, because none of them I killed were close enough to be killed over here. So we're just going to abuse the fact that Emil is right there, and we're kind of just going to pick at the rest of the elites here until, you know, they die. We're just going to keep whittling them with the shields. Luckily, Emil over here is being a G and just rushing in there, just not a single care in the world, and we're just going to slowly but surely take out all these guys. And if you need a med kit, there is a med kit directly behind my little Spartan dude there, so we're basically going to pick that up and we're done with this whole next section. So all that's left here is a Jackal and an Ultra Elite, which is fine. That Ultra Elite doesn't have a concussion rifle, which is honestly all that really matters. Throw some rocket grenades at him, because that's all I got, and we're just going to slowly just pick at his shield until, you know, he dies, because I could not get a plasma pistol, but that's fine, because, like I said, box of DMR ammo right there. Anyway, now that that's all the threats are dealt with, we're going to take that juicy health pack, and we're just going to juggle our 3 guns all the way up to the top of the frigate here. Should I have sped this part up? Yes. Did I? No. Why? I'm not gonna lie to you, I forgot, and I don't feel like stopping this voice recording right now and doing it, so you're just gonna watch me do this. So we're going to juggle them all the way up these stairs here, and then when we get up to the very top of the stairs, there's going to be another Spartan laser that we're going to use. And the reason why we save 1 shot in this Spartan laser is because this way it gives us enough laser ammo to deal with all the vehicles and turrets immediately in this next section without having to deal with anything else. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pick up the Spartan laser, we're going to target this Pure Rod Shade turret right there, and then we're going to pick up the other Spartan laser. We're going to get the rest of the Shade turrets. I believe there's 3 more, just 3 regular Shade turrets, and then there is 1 ghost, I believe. If memory serves me right, there should be 1 ghost. So there's 4 Shade turrets and there's 1 ghost, or there's 3 Shade turrets and there's 2 ghosts. It's something like that. I'm sorry, I cannot remember. I recorded this video you're watching, or this recording on Friday. It is now. I did record this on Friday. It is now Monday. But from here on out, once you take out most of the threats here, we're just going to slowly but surely just kill everything else. We are just going to, from up top here, we're going to kill all the grunts. And there is a ton of grunts. There's that ghost I was talking about, bada bing, bada boom, and he's dead. And then there should be another ghost. I remember now. It's 3 Shade turrets and 2 ghosts. I remember. There is a sniper rifle here. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, we're not taking a sniper rifle. If you're playing co-op, I do recommend someone take a sniper rifle just for long range support, but we're not going to take it here because we're doing a solo, because we're so much better than anyone else that could help us. We don't need help. That's why we're here. That's why I'm here to guide you through this, man. I am going to juggle this sniper rifle, but I'm going to be completely honest, you truly don't need it. If you do want to use it to take out an elite here, you can, like I do. It's just 1 less elite to deal with, but I'm going to be honest with you, there's so many plasma pistols on the ground, and you still have so much ammo for your DMR, it's really useless to take it. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. So once everything is dead around here, we're going to make sure we don't forget our needle rifle, which I accidentally threw on the ground. I am going to juggle the sniper rifle and the needle rifle, but like I said, you do not need this. I listened to myself through the past and not taking it. That's how much you need this sniper rifle. You don't. Has a pistol, and DMR is way more effective at killing this stuff. Anyway, right in front of us is going to be a dual-wielding elite. Take him out first because he is the most dangerous in this entire room. I promise you. From here on out, some, if not most, elites in each fight is going to be... There's going to be at least 1 dual-wielding elite in each fight at this point. Just at this point of level. So, those elites you get to prioritize. You're going to watch me hit myself with the plasma pistol a couple times here because for some reason the hit detection on the walls and the plasma pistol sucks nuts in this game. But we're just going to slowly take out the last couple enemies in this section. I believe there's 2 more elites and then a couple more grunts. Unfortunately, my boy Emil down there is just wreaking havoc on that one nerd down there. And I did not take the time or effort to actually just pop that dude when his shield was basically almost dead. I was too focused on the Ultra Elite back there. So I'm going to go out here. We're going to grab my needle rifle. And I believe here I just kind of shoot him until he dies. Or I pick up the plasma rifle. If there's never a plasma pistol around, all plasma-based weapons destroy shields in this game. That's how Bungie's designed it, and that's how it's always been. If you don't have a plasma pistol around you, pick up any sort of plasma weapon, it will still rip their shields, just like that plasma rifle did. Maybe you're thinking, well, okay, if the plasma rifle just ripped that guy's shields that quickly, why haven't you ever been using it the entire time? And the answer to that is it's way more safer to use a plasma pistol, and usually faster to use a plasma pistol than it is a plasma rifle. Now here, there's going to be a dual wielding elite and a concussion elite. This sucks. This little part sucks a lot because immediately after as well, you're going to be dealing with hunters. And these hunters are not to mess around with. They put you in the most awkward position for this hunter, and they put you in an awkward position here. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to try to grab one of those jackals' plasma pistol over here. And then we're just going to slowly but surely take out the elites. So you get to see me struggle here. And if you may be wondering, well, why don't you, Ungay Rat, why don't you cut any of these sections out where you're sitting here just like, obviously struggling to kill some enemies? And the reason why I don't cut out anything in these walkthrough guides is because I would rather show you guys the struggle of someone who is trying to do this. Because every YouTuber, every walkthrough ever is always like, oh yeah, look how perfect I am. I'm doing this perfectly. It's like, no. There's no such thing as a perfect run in this game, okay? And I'm going to show you what a struggling man looks like. This is basically what's going to happen to most people that do Legendary. They're going to struggle exactly like how I'm struggling here. Where I don't have enough ammo to deal with anything. I'm missing all my shots, This is what a realistic situation looks like. This is not a speed run. We're not going for a record. We're not going for perfection here. I'm showing you how my struggles. So unfortunately here, I get lucky and both the elites come down here, but they're not focused on me. I get super lucky there. So I guess it's streamer luck, what can I say? And then there's one more elite here. As you can see, I got 3 shots left in my plasma pistol. I'm going to be a total baller about it and use these last 3 shots to just completely murk this guy. He ain't going to see it coming. Just like this. 1, 2, 3, boom. Easy dub ski. Just like that. And we're going to go back, grab our needle rifle here. And then we're going to juggle that concussion rifle. Because a concussion rifle is going to be very nice for this next section with the hunters. So basically what we're going to do now is while we are, I believe here I'm checking for more enemies here. I think there's more elites, but there's only like 3 elites here. So I'm correction, there's 4 elites here. I believe there's supposed to be a orange elite or a red elite that was supposed to be here, but for some reason never got dropped off because he's supposed to drop off of like the other elite. Normally there's 2 ultra elites here, but for some reason one of the ultra elites just, didn't feel like coming to work today. So we're going to juggle the needle rifle and the concussion rifle all the way to the next section here. And this concussion rifle is going to be very helpful for the hunters coming up. So we are going to speed through this because I spend like, I think 5 minutes here just killing these hunters. Because I'm playing with the Iron Skull on and I don't feel like dying all the way out here. Basically what you want to do first is you want to slowly take out all the jackals around them, or skirmishers, whatever you want to call them. There's same difference. Try to take all the skirmishers out first, and while we're taking them out, hopefully Emil is going in and then just taking aggro from the hunters. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to make the hunters go after Emil so we can deal with one while he deals with the other. So we're gonna just sort of poke at him with the concussion rifle, and then see one stuck over here. Our main objective here is to kind of like how we did in the mission New Alexandria, where with the needle rifle is you just kind of want to keep shooting them in the back and keep causing super carbines. That's the fastest way to kill a hunter, because we haven't really been using this gun like at all. It's very, very easy to kill these hunters here. So yeah, as they're aggroed on a meal, we're just gonna slowly just keep picking at their back until they super carbine and explode. Just like that. There's 100 down, and then we're just gonna do the same thing with this one. As you can clearly see, I'm just sitting here, like, this is why I sped this up, because I don't want to go in there. I'm just gonna be completely honest. I really don't want to go in there and then have to restart this mission again. But like I said, we're just gonna simply just get in there, and then there you go, he's dead. And then that was one, I want to say that's like the third hardest section in this whole area. There's a health kit right there and more DMR ammo right there, so don't fret if you need more ammo. From here on out, there's a ton of jackals here. We're going to kill them all, and then once you clear all the jackals here, there is going to be an invisible elite that spawns at the bottom of the staircase all the way basically where I'm looking, because where you're looking is where you need to go up a staircase to continue through the level. That's if you just saw a little glimpse of it right there. There is going to be an invisible elite with an energy sword here, so you need to be ready for that. For the most part, most of the jackals are going to be up top there, so just from over here, while there's also DMR ammo over here, you can just slowly pick them off one by one. And like I said earlier, how there is jackals with needle rifles here before the final section. This is before the final section. So those needle rifle jackals that were right in front of us on top, that is your last reload for needle rifle ammo. So if you don't have full ammo, you're going into the next fight without full ammo, but I can tell you how to deal with it. It's fine. You basically want to use a needle rifle for the majority of like the first and second half of the first of that last section there. And then everything else, you're kind of just going to be using a DMR and pistol. All right, so I'm slowly inching up. There's the invisible elite, and he is dead. And then all we got to do from here on out now is just slowly advance up. Now, once you go up top, there should be I believe there's a couple grunts and an elite that rushes through you. It is going to be an ultra elite. I believe he is dual wielding. But luckily for us, the dual wielding elite just likes to stay back and never really likes to do anything, really. He never really pushes you like at all. It's very, very weird. So we're gonna take a plasma pistol that's on the ground. As you see, mine clipped through the floor for some reason, so we're just gonna pick up one over here. Here's a couple grunts, and then there's the ultra elite with the dual wielding plasma rifles that will just wreck you very, very hard if you let them. So as you can see, I'm being very cautious because I don't want to alert him and him just wrecking me. I didn't want to jump down either. That's why I looked at the pit of lava. I was like, you know what? I'm good. My original plan was jump off when he gets close, but here I hit a lucky little, or at least I try to hit a lucky little plasma rifle shot, plasma pistol shot. My apologies. Kind of just using a meal as it has portable cover. So we're going to hit this little shot here, and then boom. And then from here on out, the only thing left is the final fight. So this isn't really the final fight. I consider it the final fight because it definitely feels like it is. So we're going to grab some more needle rifle ammo here. So that's as much as we're going to get, which is max, which is very nice. And underneath that building there is a DMR kit, or DMR crate, I'm sorry. So the reason why I make you go through this whole level with both a DMR and a needle rifle. This is the last time you will ever see either of these guns for the rest of the level, and you still have a ton of enemies to deal with. So before going to this final fight, you want to make sure you are maxed out on as much needle rifle and DMR ammo as you can be. My recommendation for this fight is that once you get to the final fight, you're basically going to majority be using the needle rifle. You want it because this next fight here is only brutes and grunts and jackals. There is no elites in this fight. The actual, quote, final fight is after the cutscene, or when you're done with this section here. So for the majority of the time, we are going to be using the needle rifle because it's just brutes. Just like in the mission New Alexandria, try to use your your DMR or pistol for like the grunts and stuff, and then use the needles for the brutes. So, for the first, I think for the first couple Phantoms, we're going to be sitting up here. There is a sniper rifle up here, and we will have some Marines. I recommend giving the Marine a sniper rifle just because he's probably going to die immediately, but, you know, it's better to have some support than no support, so you might as well just give him the sniper rifle and hope he can actually do something. So there's our first little wave of brutes there. We're just going to slowly take them out with the needle rifle. There is brutes that are going to be pushing us to the left here, so we're just going to take them out with the needle rifle as well, just like this. So don't only keep your attention on the brutes that drop off of that front pad. Immediately turn left and honestly deal with those guys first. I generally just forgot. And once most, if not all, the brutes have been dealt with, we're going to go ahead and we're going to deal with all the jackals on the ground as well. So you also want to be very careful about staying up here. Eventually, we will be leaving this top space here because eventually we will be overrun and it will not be safe anymore when staying up here. But for like the first couple phantoms, we can just sit up here the entire time. It's when they spawn the chieftains is when you should definitely not be up here anymore. There we go. We got a checkpoint done, signaling that there's going to be more brutes coming in. The brutes that are coming in the second wave of phantoms are going to be 2 chieftains. There is going to be a Fury Rod chieftain and there's going to be a Gravity Hammer chieftain. And these guys are scary. You definitely want to be on the lookout for them. They're basically both going to spawn in front of you in front of these 2 phantoms. There is going to be a pelican to your left that is dropping down more marines. I'll be honest, they're probably going to die immediately here. But like I said, there's going to be a chieftain, 2 chieftains, one with Fury Rod and one with the Gravity Hammer. You're actually about to see me almost get smoked by a Gravity Hammer chieftain here in a second because I was not paying attention to where the other chieftain was. There he is right there. I almost get smoked and I almost pooped my pants, dude. I was clenching my butt hard. Anyways, after the chieftains drop down, you kind of want to make your way to the basement, and this is where you're going to be staying for the majority of the time. Keep in mind though, brutes can and will like come into this space, but for the most part this space is pretty safe. There's a jackal there. We're just gonna kill him, and then I believe later down the line you will see me just do a little panic mode because a bunch of brutes just sort of just rush in here all at once and I need to make a quick getaway. But for the most part you're gonna be sitting down here the entire time because it is the safest place to be. Just straight up, like the moment those chieftains come down, the top little sniper nest up there is you truly cannot just stay up there because you will just get destroyed. So staying in this little pit here, this little nice little resting spot is fine. Like I see right there, there's just a random brute that just walked in, didn't even hear him. It's fine though because there is 2 med packs. So like I said, safest place to be. Even if they just jump you like that, the only 2 doors that open are doors in front of you. So if he didn't get in through the top door, he got in through the bottom, and that's how it is. So from here, we're going to slowly peek out every once in a while. We're going to just tap everything we can at the moment, and then eventually, when it's safe enough, or you think it's safe enough to go outside, we do want to try to find a plasma pistol here to deal with those 2 chieftains, because chieftains in this game do have shields. They're one of the only brutes that do have shields. We want to drop the DMR here. In hindsight, looking back at it, I should have 100% dropped the needle rifle, but it's fine. We're going to super carbine this dude, just like that. And then the Gravity Hammer guy is done. Now it's all that's left is the Fury Rod guy. And unfortunately for me, there is going to be a 3rd chieftain. The Fury Rod guy is down, which is awesome. Very poggers of me to do that. See, instead of what I was doing here, instead of coming back down to this space, we actually should have ran behind outside all the way to the very back end of the arena, because that is now technically the safest place, because there is a phantom landing above us, and then there's going to be brutes attacking us from up top as well. And the phantom that was just above us is now dropping off another chieftain, and he has a plasma launcher, and that is scarier than the Fury Rod launcher. So we gotta deal with him, which is gonna be very funny. But as you can clearly see, I don't have my DMR with me right now because I left it on top of the little helipad up there. This is where I start getting overrun, so I'm just running away. This is where I'm going to that spot where I told you should have went in the first place instead of going down there. So right over here. So after this 3rd wave of phantoms, which is the final wave of phantoms, by the way, we're kind of going to stay in this area over here because most of the brutes and grunts and jackals do not really come over here like whatsoever, and it's very, very nice. It's nice and wide open. There's a lot of cover as well, so you can easily just pick everything off one by one. So you can also see that I also did switch out my plasma pistol for a regular pistol because I'm starting to run out of ammo for my a needle rifle, and also I left my DMR on the helipad there, and I don't feel like going to get it. There is a grunt down there with a fuel rod gun. We're going to slowly take him out. By slowly, I mean just one tap him. So yeah, we got... Not only do you have to deal with a brute with a plasma launcher or grenade launcher, whatever you want to call it. I truly don't. I think it's called a plasma launcher, what he has. You also need to deal with grunts with fuel rod guns, but you staying over here, honestly, is not that big of a deal because they just, even if they do approach you, it's very, very slow that they do, and you can easily find them before they start shooting you. So we're just going to slowly just take them all out one by one from this section all the way back here. My throat is starting to hurt after talking for 30 minutes straight. I'm not going to lie. As you can see, we have a brute over here who thinks he can take us. The answer is no, he cannot. And I believe at some point here, yep, there he is right there. The chieftain will actually start pushing us. So from here, I start making the move where I pick up the needler. Like I said, if you don't have a needle, if you don't got a needle rifle, you're picking up a needler for brutes. I'm gonna be honest, because needler is goated in this, and it always will be. No, needle weapons in Halo Reach are super good, very, very good. Always use them if you don't have anything else. So now basically all that's left is me and the chieftain here, and I left my DMR up top, so I need to do this with a pistol and hopes and dreams. Alright, so basically how you want to do this is like how you killed every other chieftain. You're just gonna watch me struggle at my terrible weapon picking right now. So all I do here is I just get rid of his shields and a plasma pistol off on the ground, and I don't have ammo for my needler because I was not paying attention to my needler ammo. So instead, we're gonna take this guy out with two pistols, a plasma pistol and a regular pistol. So we're gonna get up on top. I'm gonna get up on top of here. We're just gonna kind of do a little cheeky head glitch on him. And then from here on out, once I'm confirmed his shields are down, we're kind of just gonna keep poking at him in the head with the pistol until he dies. Right there, I confirm his shields are down, and we just sort of just keep, poking at him. Just like that. Poke, poke, poke. And then eventually, there we go. Kill him with a pistol. And there you go. You watch my hubris, but basically, I should not have dropped this DMR. However, I am kind of glad I did drop this DMR, but it's not... Listen. Always have two marksman rifles in this part here. And then also, that Marine you gave the sniper rifle to, wherever he died, or if he's still alive, you grab the sniper rifle. This is where you actually want the sniper rifle. So you don't want to use it for the brute part. I know you can one-shot headshot brutes with the sniper rifle, but it's definitely better you keeping the sniper rifle versus actually using it in this part. Because now we're on the final battle of this entire game, and that's pushing through like I think 7 Zealot elites. So from the start here, if you have a sniper rifle, you can actually immediately take out one Zealot elite just like this. It takes 4 shots with the sniper rifle to kill him, which is absurd. But we're sitting with 12 shots right now. We have 4 plus 8, so we're golden. We're going to take out the rest of the grunts here, and then from here on out we're just going to sit back and we're going to take out everything from a very safe distance. Don't worry about DMR ammo because there is a DMR spot right in front of us at those green lights. There is DMR ammo there. And then this part is very, very, very hard. Basically, there's an engineer in the very back of the room, and he's going to be giving all the Zealot Elite shields. But the real Zealot Elite that is a problem is the one with the fuel rod gun in the back. Our priority is taking him out first. But what you really want to do is you really want to try to take out the engineer first. So what's going to happen is this guy in front of us is going to keep us suppressed like for the majority of the time. You want to find an opening to where you can sneak your head out enough to see the engineer in the back of the room and then pop the engineer. Because once you pop that engineer, then you can kill everything else with a sniper rifle, and it's not that hard. So here's me just like kind of hesitating. Just, trying to find it, trying to figure out the right timing to actually poke my head out. Everyone's going to have a different experience in this section, but you definitely want to try to get that engineer out of the way first. Because if you don't, it just makes this section so much harder. That's why I recommend never using a sniper rifle for the brute section here, As you can see, I get very, very lucky at this part. And when that guy's shield's down, I just, use a plasma pistol on him and then immediately kill him. I get lucky there. That's really good RNG on my part. And then there's the Fury Rod guy I was talking about. This guy's gonna be a lot more difficult because in the middle of shooting him with my sniper rifle, if I miss one shot or I don't hit all my shots immediately, he's just gonna gain the shield from the engineer and it's gonna be all for nothing. There's the engineer. We're gonna pop him in the head once, and then from here on out, we can slowly but surely take out all the rest of the elites in this section here. So that's basically all you really need the sniper rifle for, is really just killing that guy right there, the engineer. I am going to attempt to kill this guy here with the sniper rifle, but as you can clearly see, it ain't going to go that well. Like I said, I don't really want to cut out any sections or kind of restart any part of this tutorial here, because I feel like it's more important you guys seeing, the strategies I have to deal with when, someone runs out of ammo or something like that. I think it's more important showing you guys just what happens if I run out of ammo. I'll just restart and try to conserve my ammo batteries. No. We don't do that on the Undead Rat show here. We improvise. So if I run out of ammo, I'm showing you worst case scenario. Anyways, we're going to use a noob combo on this last guy, just like that, and then that's basically the whole mission here. From this point on, we're going to simply hop in the Mac cannon, and then we're going to hop out of the Mac cannon, and I'm going to wait for about, I think, a minute and a half. And then after you hear Captain Key say the words "Fire now, Lieutenant," hit him right in the gut, that's when you're going to get back in. There'll be an audio cue where you kind of hear the Covenant ship just start firing up its laser, and when you hear the audio cue, that's when it's kind of time to run up and shoot the Mac cannon. If you miss that, you're gonna be reverted back to checkpoint, I believe. And you can immediately die here, but it's very, very unlikely. So you will actually see when I go back up to try to shoot it in the gut, I actually start charging it, and I do the unspeakable. As I'm charging it, I let go of the trigger. And then I need to charge it again immediately, and that was not well, you'll see. I get out of there with 1 HP, but I do it, and it's not that hard. So as you can clearly see, we're waiting, we're doing more waiting, and then eventually there is an audio cue at some point, and the moment you hear that audio cue, it's gonna sound it's gonna sound exactly like the Covenant cruisers firing up, and it says "Fire now, Lieutenant." Hit him right in the gut. It's okay, I'm gonna charge it up. I'm gonna stop charging up immediately, and I'm gonna charge up again and almost die. But we did it. That is Halo Reach walkthrough guide. So quick lore breakdown. I know these guides aren't the best. Believe me, I know. But I would rather show everyone here that it is possible for anyone to do legendary. I didn't want to cut content, do cuts in between them. I didn't want to I'm trying to think of the word to say. I didn't want to do cuts or anything like that. I didn't want to be like, oh, whoa, this looks pretty bad, I'm gonna redo this section. No. I want to show you a from start to finish guide without dying, to show you that hey, you can do this. I want to show you all just the I want to show you, even if I make a mistake here, you can see from what I'm doing with that mistake, and then just know not to do it, or I tell you how to not to do it, because most YouTubers suck and no one can really give you a straight answer or a walkthrough guide, and I thought I would do it in a day and age where YouTubers suck nuts. If these guides suck, I'm sorry. I'm getting better at this, I swear, and I love you all. If you're at the end of the video here, I love you a lot. Thank you for watching. I probably will do more of these for the other Halos. I will. I'm gonna do it. I love you. Thank you.